Alright, so let's have this question, which is coming from calculus, specifically how to differentiate using quotient law. So you can only use quotient law when you've been given a function in form of a fraction. That's when you're supposed to use quotient law. There are other methods that you can use to differentiate a function, like the product law, power law, chain law, and so on. Now for this question, it is saying we need to find the dy dx for the equation y is equal to x minus 1 divided by 3x plus 2. So how do we go about it? So the first thing here, what you're supposed to know is the formula. So the dy dx when using quotient law is given by the f prime multiplied by the g function minus the g prime multiplied by the f function, then all over or divided by g of x, then you square the denominator. So this is the formula that you're supposed to use. Now, where is g and f going to come from? So the g function and the f function are just going to come from the same question. So what we are going to do here, we are going to let the numerator part, which is this one here, be the f of x. So if we say f of x is equal to x minus 1, then what about g? So g of x now is going to be equal to 3x plus 2. That is what we have. So in talk of f prime, g prime, these are just representing the dy dx of f function and the g function. Okay, so let's do this. So here, let's find the f prime. When I say f prime, we're just finding the dy dx of this function here. So the f prime is the dy dx of f. So what is the dy dx of f? So let me just give you the hint. When you have been given a function, for example, y being equal to x squared, for you to find the derivative of this one here by using the power law, you need to get the power, then multiply it with the coefficient. The coefficient is just a number in front of a variable. So in this case here we have 1. So if you say 1 multiplied by 2, we are going to get 2. So here we are differentiating with respect to x. We're finding dy dx. So if we multiply 2 multiplied by 1, we are going to get 2. Once you multiply, the power is going to reduce by 1. Then 2 minus 1, we are going to get 1. So it's just x to the power 1, which can be written in this form. So that is the method that we are going to use to find the derivative of this one here. Now usually, when you're differentiating a constant number becomes real. Okay, so if we say this one is going to become 0, what about a single variable? A single variable or a variable always becomes 1. So in this case, the derivative of f of x is going to be 1. Where is this one coming from? As you can see, this function here, the terms are aligned in decreasing of their power. We have x to the power 1, then a constant number always has x to the power 0. So even if you multiply here, 0 multiplied by 1, you're going to get 0. That's the reason why a constant number becomes 0 always. Then if you say 1 multiplied by the coefficient here, you're going to get 1. 1 minus 1, you're going to get 0. Any number raised to the power 0 is going to be 1. So here we are having x to the power 0. X to the power 0 is equal to what? 1. 1 multiplied by 1, you're going to get 1. So that is where 1 is coming from. Then what about the g prime? Since here I'm from saying that the constant number becomes 0, what about this one here? If we say we are having 3x, so this x here, it has a power 1. So 1 multiplied by 3, we are going to get 3. 1 minus 1, we are going to get 0. A number to the power 0 is equal to 1. So 1 multiplied by 3, we are going to get 3. So the g prime is equal to 3. Now let's use this formula here. Let's come back to this formula. Okay, let me just do this. So now let's use this formula here. Let's plug in what we have. What is our f prime? Our f prime is 1. So 1. Then what about our g function? Our g function is this one here. So we are going to say multiply by 3x plus 2. Then minus, what is our g prime? Meaning the derivative of g function, it is 3, which is this one. Okay. Then what is our f function? Our f function is this one, x minus 1. So let me just introduce the square brackets here for some reasons. Here we are having a minus. Then divided by, what is our g function? Our g function is 3x plus 2. And then we are squaring it because here in the formula we have a squared. So let's deal with what we have here. So for this part here, if we multiply 1 with everything that we have here, we are going to get 3x plus 2. Then if I multiply 3 multiplied by x, we are going to get 3x. Then 3 multiplied by negative 1, we are going to get negative 3. Then all over 3x plus 2. Then we square it. Then from there now, let's distribute the negative. So let me just write this part. If we distribute a negative here, we are going to have negative 3. The negative and negative is positive. Then all over 3x plus 2. Then we square it. Now, on this part here, as you can see, this one is positive 3x and this one is negative 3x. So they are going to cancel each other. Then what are we going to remain with? Here we are going to remain with 2 plus 3 divided by 3x plus 2. Then square it. So what is 2 plus 3? It's 5. Then all over 3x plus 2. Then square it. So this one is our final answer, as simple as that.